So, needed some weekday wine, and I went to Princeton Corkscrew. Great store. Cellar temperature, store all the time. Anything delivered there that they sell has to be delivered cellar temperature or they won't sell it. So, I bought 12 wines, all with a reasonable price. I opened one already, and unfortunately, I didn't really like it. Now, sort of have a comment about that when I get to it, but some of the wines I bought, we'll just go through them really quick. So this one was probably the most expensive one. Ironically, I pulled the most expensive one out. This is a Nerella Muscalesi, so that's the grape out of Sicily, southern part of France, southern part of Italy, and $40 or $39. So I've been drinking the $20 ones are great. I had the $60 one from the same producer. It was amazing. Don't really want to be giving $60 when I get that $60 range. There's kind of other wines I prefer, but I love a Netno Rosso from Sicily, $20 weekday wine. And I saw this one. I said, well, maybe this is something in between, a higher quality, and we'll see. So I don't know the producer. I could look it up before I drink it, but that is one of them, and that was the most expensive wine I purchased. Not exactly the cost of a weekday wine, but this absolutely is the price of a weekday wine, $24. Bourgogne from the Loire. This is Chenin. Man, I'm messing it up tonight. Cabernet Franc. So I think I bought mostly reds, because that's really what I was lacking in. And let's double check the price. I'm almost positive this is $24. Vilvigna, so Old Vine. They have another one, I think, similar to this, the Maine Le Pen. I think it's like 17. And I actually think I really like that one too. But I got that one this time. Should have bought both, but unless I did them head-to-head, I wouldn't even remember which one I think is better. But anyway, went with that one. So, here's another Italian Roero. So, a region in northern Italy that... So this is Nina Costa Roero Geppan 2016. And it's a Nebbiolo-based wine. I'm not sure if it's 100% Nebbiolo, but primarily Nebbiolo. And from Roero, they'll make another... another wine, white wine, Arnis. Don't really love Arnis as a white grape. I've had it numerous times. It's kind of average to me. There's way better whites to me. This I've never had a Nebbiolo from Roero, and this was $24. So perfect type of wine to try. I love Nebbiolo. I'm kind of looking for a Nebbiolo weekday type of wine with some tannin to it. I've had some Nebbiolo based wines that are a little maybe too light. And if I'm going to go too light, I'd rather go Etna Rosso for $20. So I'm kind of looking for something with a little bit more tannin, a little more structure in that weekday type price range. So we'll see if that does it. This one is not cheap either, or it's not expensive either. Let's just double check the price here. $35. And this is a cab out of California, 2019, Monticello Vineyards, Jefferson Cuvée, Cabernet. I did a little research on all these wines before I bought them. I read the 2 paragraphs they had on each one of these. They have none of that stuff in the store. I went on their website, looked for a certain price range, went over for a few hours. Lino was a long time to find exactly what I was looking for. My list from there is much longer than this, but I said I'm cutting it at 12 and see if this is a $35 cab worth buying again. At that price range in California, $35 is a steal if that wine is great. Obsidian for $31, $32 to me is one of the great Cabernet steals you can get out of Red Lake County. So we shall see how that one is. Speaking of steals, this is actually Barolo proper, 2016. I don't know this producer. And this was sort of inexpensive for a Barolo, $36. So kind of looking for a budget Barolo. It's probably going to be made classically. It's got the glass, the Albiza glass, which sort of signifies that they're making it in a traditional style. Typically, it's sort of a marker on a bottle. Barolo typical entry point is $45.50, I believe, for a solid one. I had that one for $40, and actually I found it for $35. That was terrific. 2017 vintage. This is 2016 vintage. I don't know that producer, so it would be interesting to try. Excited to try. So Bordeaux, Chateau Saint Dupré, Lestrac Medoc, so left bank Cru Bourgeois, so it's got a little bit higher up. It's not a Grand Cru or a Grand Vent, I'm sorry, a Growth. But Cru Bourgeois is another category, not to get into too much of the Bordeaux stuff, but this one was very inexpensive, if I'm not mistaken. $25. And some age. So this should be cab heavy, but we'll see. So I feel like I get some pretty good, I've had some pretty good value Bordeaux in that range. Way more success than Napa. Back to California. So Petite Sirah, I think this is called Three Wine Company, 2018. I love Petite Sirah. The write-up for this was great. I don't know this spot. Contra Costa County red wine. I'm not sure exactly where in California it's from, but worth trying for Petite Sirah. Now, Petite Sirahs used to be a very affordable. This is $24, so this kind of falls in that range of a sub 30 petite. We'll see how good this is. Doesn't stay true to what I believe a Petite Sirah can be, which is big and unctuous, but also pretty, could have some elegance to it, but it is a bigger wine. It needs either to be drank alone or paired with a robust steak or something along those lines. I wonder what the alcohol is on this. If I don't see it really quick, I'm just going to move on to the next bottle. 15.4. That is a very alcoholic wine, and that's what you can see typically from Petite Sirah. So this Sancerre, so from the Loire, is one of my favorites I've ever had, and it's unfortunately a little bit pricier, but I think it's fantastic Sancerre. And let's see what the price is. Is it 32? Nope, I'm looking at the wrong line there. And I am looking at this too long. Gosh, where is it on this list? I don't see it. I want to say it's in the 30s. Maybe I'm looking at it right there. I think it's 32. $32. I'm pretty sure. And Old Vine, Sancerre, this wine's amazing, I think, for a Sancerre. Sancerres are typically less expensive than that, but this one is one of my favorites. So, love it. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm looking again for that price without belaboring it. I'm already belabored it. There it is, $29. It's actually $29. So for $29, I think that's an amazing white wine, which I think is pretty fair. They had, I don't have a lot of these. So this is Cahors, Southwest France, the birthplace of Malbec. This is a Malbec. I think it's 100%. I'm not sure exactly. And the write-up, again, very interesting. The price, pretty good. I think this was the highest end they had, $27. So that is what you can get from Cahors. This is actually the wine I'm going to try tonight. I'll probably open it now. And some of the Cahors I've had, I've always, so some have been just less than 20 bucks. They kind of taste less than 20 bucks, unfortunately. This is higher up, not a lot more, but a little bit more. And one of my favorites is the one called Crocus. Unfortunately, I can't find it. And second, it kind of has some American roots to it, meaning pretty sure it was Paul Hobbs paired up with somebody to make it, and it was phenomenal, phenomenally good. So we will see how this thing is. Pour a little in the glass and have it at the end here while I wrap up this case. Typically more rustic than, say, Argentinian. It smells good. It smells really good. So, a few more. Another Bordeaux from Pomerol, Les Soules de Mazar. I don't even know how to pronounce it. That's not butchered anymore. So $32. I guess I really liked how this one was written up. This is a 19, so it's pretty young. And we'll see how it is. You know, it's not the most price conscientious weekday, but it's not breaking the bank. It's not opening up a $50, $60 bottle on a Wednesday type of situation here. So 32 for that. I did get 10% off of all these, so that didn't hurt. I'm surprised. I only got one Chianti. So I got this one Chianti. I expected to get more. I intended on getting more, but I guess I got to the 12 bottles quicker than I thought. And I got some of these Nebbiolos. So that Barolo And then that Roero, so 2 Nebbiolos there. I'll do a little thing at the end here of what grapes. So this is Chianti Classico, Fattoria Pogerino, Chianti Classico 2020, so really young. And again, the write-up, I guess, was good enough. The price, $24. We'll see how it is. They had a fair amount of Chianti Classicos. A lot of them are on my list. They have one specific Sangio, 100% Sangiovese. I'm pretty sure I did a video about it a long time ago. It's got a sketched pig on it. And I remembered that, but I didn't know the name of the wine. They didn't have it, unfortunately. Hopefully they get it again. I thought it was fantastic. So, all these wines take 10% off, and that's what I paid for each one of them, which I think is pretty good for a case of weekday type wine, with a few maybe not being weekday. And one that's not listed, I tried it the other day, and unfortunately I was disappointed. And I was looking for the price here. Oh, there it is. Domaine Petit Rouge Origin, $25. And it was a Chenin Blanc from the Anjou, Center Loire, Middle Loire. And it just didn't have anything. It was very bland. Didn't have those traditional Chenin Blanc type aromas or flavor or the texture. It just was lacking in all areas. It was in a dumb phase, I don't know. It was a young wine. It's an expensive wine. I feel like when you're buying Chenin Blanc from the Loire, you got to spend about $30. I believe certain regions, and I was thinking about this, you kind of have to spend a certain amount of money to get to the point of where the wines get serious, for lack of a better term. I guess for where the quality really gets to where they're expressing the sense of place. Where like you buy those $10 Napa cabs and they don't taste like anything. They're just horrific and manufactured. I don't think this was manufactured. I just feel like this was an inexpensive Chenin. You could plow through it, easy to drink, but it wasn't that interesting. I feel like if you go 30 to 40, you get some amazing Chenins out of the Loire. Now, South Africa is known for Chenin Blanc. Very difficult to find South African wines nowadays. I just don't see them as much. I don't know why. If I see some, I like a Cabernet from Stellenbosch or something along those lines. Even, and then you got Australia with all sorts of things they're doing out there, but difficult to find those too. Just not wines that are in high demand anymore from those countries. So that is what it is. This video's already gone longer than I thought. This Cahors 2019 smells a little rustic, but smells dark and brooding, like blackberry and dough, like blackberry pie. Blackberry pie for sure. There's a florality to it. Can't put my finger on it though. It smells like it's going to be big and a bit alcoholic. 14.5. So it has an aroma that it's an intensity to it that tells me it's going to have a high alcohol, and yeah, it's there. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a great weekday wine. What did I pay for that? $27, $3 off. Okay, so $27. A bit over the $25 weekday price that I typically stay around. This is fantastic though. I easily buy this again, and for $2 more, without a doubt. I won't buy a case, but I'll definitely, if I go to Princeton Corkscrew and I need weekday wine, I guarantee this will be one. And who knows, with all these others, maybe somehow it falls down that list, but this has got a bigger body to it. So if I'm having something, pairing it with something that it needs a little bit of tannin and a bigger body, full, more medium plus body mouthfeel, this is definitely it. It's got a little bit of a sour, it's like a half-ripe blackberry or almost ripe blackberry where it's sweet and then mixed with like a little bit of a sour aspect to it, like a pomegranate. It's like a very ripe but sourish pomegranate because there's flavors in it's like intense, but touch sour. It's a little sour fruit with that blackberry pie. It's good. It's really, really good. No smokiness. I think this is only going to get better when it opens up. So fantastic. Love it. I'm going to pair this with some cheese. I think it's going to go amazing with cheese. So that's it for my weekday wines. I'll probably plow through these in a few weeks and be doing another one. I'm expecting a shipment from J.J. Buckley anytime, any day. And I know there's a lot of dupes in there, but it'll be fun to open up and see what else I got. I just remember the one, which is a Bordeaux that I bought like 4 or 5 of, because I believe it's a good price for a weekday type wine, or just a great wine for the price and the vintage. So that's it. Have a good night.